Welcome everybody to Orlando, Florida, ahead of a huge night of boxing on Saturday, live on the zone from the Caribe Royale. Of course, Edgar Berlanga takes on Paddy McCrory in a big super middleweight matchup. Andy Cruz as well against Brian Zamaripa. Shakram Giasov in a huge fight for his career eliminator against Pablo Cano. And so much great more action on the undercard as well. Antonio Vargas against Jonathan Rodriguez and Yanquiel Rivera in his first title fight as well. The reason that we're here just before the weigh-in is a very special announcement. You would have seen in the world of boxing last week the signing of what I believe is one of the most exciting pound-for-pound fighters on the planet. Subriel Matias, the IBF Junior Welterweight Champion from Puerto Rico, has officially signed with Matchroom Boxing and Design. Let's give him a round of applause at first. You know that when you make a signing and people who you know and respect in the sport of boxing come up to you and say, wow, you really got him. In my opinion, this man is one of the most exciting, dangerous fighters on the planet, already world champion. So people don't have the excuse anymore not to fight him. He wants all the smoke, all the big names in the division. And our plan, together with Juan Arango, is to take him to Puerto Rico in June for a huge event for the nation, where you can start getting behind your own real superstar, someone that can go out and win huge fights for Puerto Rico in all the mega fights in the division. Firstly, to introduce Juan Arango from Fresh Productions. Juan, thank you so much for all your help in this. You've been with this man a long time. You've been believing in this man for a long time. It's time to bring him home to Puerto Rico in the summer.
Sí, gracias Eddie, gracias a la gente de Matchroom. Estamos haciendo una alianza en esta ocasión con Eddie y su compañía, pues, para llevar las grandes peleas a Puerto Rico y que Matías pueda hacer peleas más grandes de lo que ha hecho y no solamente traer el boxeo a Puerto Rico, que es mi meta, sino llevarlo a Nueva York con Matías y grandes escenarios donde la fanaticada puertorriqueña esté más cerca, que sean estados de puertorriqueños, que puedan disfrutar de Matías y gracias a Matchroom yo sé que lo vamos a lograr.
So first and foremost, I want to say thank you to Matchroom and thank you for this alliance that we've had with Eddie and his promotional companies. You know, the idea is to, bring those big fights to Puerto Rico. He's already a big name, but we want to go on to make him an even bigger name, not just by fighting and boxing in Puerto Rico, but also perhaps in New York and other places, so people can go and enjoy watching Matias fight.
Juan, how difficult has it been over the years to get this man opportunities? You know how good he is, you know how dangerous he is. Everybody else in boxing knows the same. Now you're going to bring those huge fights to Subriel Matias and you believe he can win all the belts at 140 pounds.
Sí, ha sido un poquitito tedioso en el aspecto de los rivales de Matías, pero entendemos que ahora Matías y los rivales que se escojan, sabemos que ya uno denegó pelear con Matías, que lo teníamos en mente, que es Paro, pero siempre van a haber peleadores que quieren pelear con los mejores y sé que los nombres vienen en camino y a mí pues al principio de la carrera de Matías pues tuve también el problema por el tipo de pelea que hace Matías, que es aguerrida, buscando siempre el peleador, pero ya Matías entiendo que ya hay varios peleadores que también quieren pelear con él y nosotros queremos pelear con ellos. Creo que ahora se va a hacer todo más fácil.
Yeah, so there's been kind of suspicion, we understand that certain fighters don't necessarily want to face Matias. There are various fighters kind of in the path now that we're looking at. We're looking at the Paro fight, but it's always been an issue with Matias. Some fighters do want to fight him, but even at the beginning of his career, because of the way Matias fights, because of the type of fighter he is, he's had problems with opponents wanting to face him. But I think now, with what we've done in this signing, this will make things easier along the way in the future.
Thank you, Juan. Subriel, welcome. I watched you fight many years ago. We've wanted to sign you for a long time. Now the time has come. We're delighted to welcome you to the team. You're ready to attempt to bring huge world championship boxing to Puerto Rico and take over the 140-pound division.
Primero que nada, gracias. Gracias a Dios por la oportunidad y a los fanáticos que ven el boxeo y sobre todo los que me siguen. No esperen menos de que yo destruya a mis oponentes siempre y cuando, ¿verdad?, Dios me dé salud y me consigan los rivales que yo quiero.
Yeah, so first and foremost, I want to say thank you very much. Thanks, God, for the opportunity, for all the fans of boxing. You know, I feel like I'm able to go on and destroy my opponents, and that's what I want to do in the future.
One thing that I notice about you is your confidence. You really believe that you are the best 140-pounder in the world. You're willing to fight anybody in that division.
Definitivamente sí. Mi seguridad me hace ver arrogante, pero lo que necesito es la oportunidad y creo que el mundo lo va a ver.
Definitely, that's for sure. I'm really confident in my ability. All I need is that opportunity, and I think people are going to see me get that opportunity now.
And Subriel, finally, I spoke to you in English at breakfast this morning. You surprised me with how well your English is coming on. You just gave me a few names. I want to ask you about a few names that you mentioned to me and get your response as well in English or in Spanish. Some fighters that you wanted to fight coming up. Teofimo Lopez.
My English is not good, but the only I'm gonna say I'm here, so you watching the best 140-pound in the world, and the world knows.
Very good, Subriel, very good. I won't tell people what you told me earlier on at breakfast, but maybe I'll do that to the media. You want everybody.
Realmente, como dije, ¿verdad?, anteriormente, mi seguridad me hace ver arrogante, pero sea Teofimo, sea Hearn, a Rolly no lo menciono porque eso es un comediante, pero el oponente que me pongan de frente, por ejemplo, a Teofimo lo voy a noquear, lo voy a reiniciar, a Hearn, ese va a correr más que la gallina, eso se los prometo.
So first I want to say, you know, my security and my kind of confidence in myself might be considered to be arrogant at times. But, you know, if we're talking about other fighters, Teofimo Lopez, if we talk about Hearn, I won't even talk about Rolly because he's a comedian. You know, I think if we look at, I will face any opponent that's put in front of me. If I face Teofimo Lopez, I will knock him out, I'll retire him. And Hearn, well, I don't know because he runs and he's a chicken.
Y tengo un mensaje para el papá de Hearn. Y disculpen el vocabulario, las bolas mías son de él. Las bolas mías.
Okay, one message for Hearn's father. I'm sorry for the bad language. His balls are mine.
Well, great fight coming up on DAZN. Devin Haney against Ryan Garcia, April 20th. I know Subriel will be watching. Remember the name, remember the face. You know him already. One of the most exciting fighters in boxing. We're ready with one to put on a huge event in Puerto Rico. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see a lot of this man from Puerto Rico, Subriel Matias, ladies and gentlemen.
Eddie Hearn introducing the newest Matchroom signee, the IBF Super Lightweight Champ of the World, Subriel Matias, here in Orlando as we transition into the weigh-in for tomorrow night's contest. Berlanga McCrory, along with Gabe Rosado. I'm Justin Shackle, welcoming you back to Orlando, Florida. And I tell you what, the fight date, the opponent, it sounds like it's imminent. One thing's for sure, it definitely sounds like it's going to be happening in Puerto Rico, my friend. So for a world title event to come to Puerto Rico, what would that mean to the fans of that country?
Man, it's big. You know, Puerto Rico is rich in boxing, and Matias is a beast, man. He reminds me a lot of Tito Trinidad. He kind of has that charisma, and he definitely has that punching power.
And Subriel Matias, 20-1 with 20 KOs. He avenged the only loss of his career as well with an early stoppage there. And he told him, I thought his English was pretty good, yeah. But he sent a message for each and every title holder at 140 pounds. And when you talk about the 140-pound depth here in Matchroom and with DAZN overall, it is stacked. And now they have two title holders.
Absolutely, 140 stacked. You know, Haney, even Gervonta, if he wants to move up to 40, man, it's stacked. And Matias, I got him right there as the top guy. Definitely. You know, a lot of people haven't seen him because he's been fighting a lot on the undercards, but now he's going to showcase his skills in Puerto Rico, and the world's going to see what a treat Matias is.